and a neighborhood association, you know, that really took back its streets instead of asking for millions and millions in subsidies to, you know, what it did was it took control over its own destiny. And as we always talked in the past, you know, South Madison really today are makers of history, no longer victims of their history. And about 2 weeks before their passing, I probably got the best compliment that I ever thought I'd ever see, I would ever get from Stu, where he said, you know, this just might just work, you know, as he's watching the gas station, the mobile station, go down. And 10 seconds later, you know, Debbie looked at him and said, "You're a foreigner. Don't ever forget it." So as we all look around and the passing of two really great human beings, I just hope that as we move forward, it's really in their spirit. You know, their tireless dedication to the neighborhood, to kids. You know, as we look towards Easter coming forward, you know, I think the mayor is going to volunteer to be the rabbit. Yeah. Volunteer. Thank you, Mayor. The second year after you, Joe. Yes, one or two. But I think just in closing, I think that, you know, look around you and see all the people who showed up today. And I think that really does typify the spirit going back to the very first walk. You know, as you read in the paper, people thought maybe only 5 or 10 people would have showed up to take back the neighborhood, and look what happened. And I think this is really memorializes the spirit of not only two people who gave their heart and soul to their neighborhood and their community, but to a side of the city that really is going through, Mayor, you'll love this, a renaissance. You know, and I hope as we see our first major opening of the library, and we move towards the redevelopment of housing opportunities for seniors, improving the quality of the rental housing stock in the area, and we see a number of really positive steps forward for the community. Every time we stand together, that we remember Stu and Debbie, and for that, I'm sure it will never be forgotten. So thank you all for coming out today, and thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Tim, for that brief statement. David Smith?
His wife gave him a note, don't forget to bring home the eggs.
I just want to say to the family of Stuart and Debbie, my deepest condolences to you. I remember when I started at the Metropolitan Planning Council, me and Stu, we would show up at all these meetings, and he would go snow on him. And Stu would say, you know, we have to stop meeting at all these meetings. You know, we're the same organization. We're coming to all these meetings. We have to divvy up and split up and figure out which ones to cover. He was always involved with so many different things on the South Metropolitan Business Association, different community groups, and I remember him telling me about his airplane that he you know, helped build and all of this, and just thinking that this guy's incredible. He's truly incredible. And Debbie was always by his side, encouraging him. I love the way they interacted in meetings. Stu would volunteer her for things, and she would look at him and say, no. But they always worked it out. So I thank God that I had a chance to meet him and Debbie and to work with them in the community and abroad. So do you want me to go ahead?
I'll ask David right now to lead us in the Lord's Prayer.
All right. Let's bow our heads and let us say the Lord's Prayer for all those who desire to. Let us say it together. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you, David. Thank you, David.
The Borough Oaks Neighborhood Association is going to be working on a memorial. Of what kind yet? We haven't contacted Tom, but we'd like to have it in the park here. So we'll be working on that for Stu and Debbie, in Stu and Debbie's name. At this time, we'd like to conclude tonight.
We have a singer.
We have the song.
We do have a
Linda
singer.
Franklin.
Linda Franklin?
Yes.
Linda Franklin.
Southside. on the south side.
Linda, would you like to lead us in Amazing Grace to close us out tonight?
Yes, yes.
Would you like the mayor to help you?
Sure,
Bring
Mayor.
him up there.
We can do a
What the
duet.
heck?
So, as was mentioned, I grew up here on the south side, and even though I wasn't close friends with Stu and Deb, I would often see them at different community meetings, just as David mentioned, and let's really sing this tonight that they might even hear it on high. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. We'll go up a little. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. 'Twas grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. The Lord has